Hey everybody, this is Amy. Um, what can I say about this past week? Uh, it's been pretty much the same. Um, I've had a couple really low spots where I felt like I just physically could not do anything. And so in those moments, I just kind of let myself, you know, feel it, let myself not do anything. Um, the sad thing is, I felt guilty as all get out about not doing anything, which, in a sense, kind of made it worse. Um, Looking back now, though, I think that's what I needed. I just needed that little bit of time where I didn't do anything. Um, since those, since those moments, and I call them moments, but they're really not just literal moments. They're you know, a couple of days. Uh, so, so yeah, I allowed myself to feel that, and while I still feel down, it's not as bad. I feel more stable this week. I don't feel like I'm going to explode anymore. I feel like I'm in a little more control of my own emotions at this point. So that's a good that's a good thing. I am trying to take steps towards being a better person. Um, I went this week and I got some shoes, some good running shoes. It's been several years since I've gotten a new pair, and so that was long overdue. I've got those now, and I also downloaded a couple of apps that are helping me keep track of how much I'm walking and all that. Um, so yeah, I think overall that's going to help me out a lot. Um, Speaking of apps, I think this week I want to deviate a little bit from my normal. I want to talk this week about something that's been bugging me since last week, um, when this crazy new game was released for smartphones. I'm sure you've probably heard about it. You've probably seen people playing it. Yes, I'm talking about Pokemon Go. Um, it seems to have a very, very mixed review from people. Um, I've seen a lot of statuses from people all over Facebook, comments being made about how video games are immature and you're childish, and it just it's to me it's sad. Um, there are a large portion of my personal friends that play. There are also some that don't. Um, but I think what's really bad to me anyway is seeing memes that are being posted over and over and over again saying that these games are for kids, and you're an adult, you should you should be doing adult things. And I'm an adult, I have better things to do. um, these are some of the memes that I've seen. In light of these memes and the controversy, I guess, that seems to be coming up because of Pokemon Go, I started questioning, what is maturity? I I looked up several different sources. I got a couple different definitions. According to vocabulary.com, it is the period of time in your life after your physical growth has stopped and you're fully developed. Dictionary.com said the state of being mature. Merriam-Webster.com, the Webster Dictionary, says it's the quality or state of being mature, especially in full development. And then the Cambridge Dictionary gave two definitions, one physical, one mental. Physical is the state of being completely grown, and then mental, the state of being mentally and emotionally well developed, and therefore responsible. Another word that I've seen thrown around a lot is hobbies. And so I decided, using those same sources, to look up the definition of hobby. Vocabulary.com. It's an activity you do in your spare time for fun. Dictionary.com says it's an activity or interest pursued for pleasure or relaxation and is not a main occupation. Merriam-Webster, a pursuit outside one's regular occupation, engaged in especially for relaxation. And then Cambridge Dictionary says it's an activity you do for pleasure when you're not working. Of course, being me, I couldn't leave it at just that. I decided to look up what some common hobbies in America are. Keep in mind, this may differ around the world, but this is speaking just specifically for America. I found these as the most commonly mentioned hobbies: reading, watching TV, photography, taking pictures, walking, listening to music, shopping, sewing, crochet, knitting, and embroidery, board games, writing, and video games. But wait, isn't video games immature? Isn't that childish? Maybe not. I looked up some statistics as far as how many adults play video games, and PC Magazine was the only one where I found any real numbers. According to them, in America, 97% of teens, 81% of adults age 18 to 29, and 60% of adults ages 30 to 49 play video games. That, to me, is an indicator that it's not necessarily a childish hobby. It seems to me that even adults can still take pleasure in something like this. Everybody has something that they do, to ease the day's tensions, just kind of escaping reality for a little while. Everybody has that. Some people read, some people write, some people cook. So I'm not sure where the issue with video games come in, because kids watch movies, kids read books, kids may or may not cook. It depends on their age and maturity and all that. But really, video games are just, I think, another medium for that escape. So, sadly, when I was growing up, I did not think that adults, that adults and grown-ups never did anything fun. And looking back now, I realize just how wrong I was. I always felt like a child when I did something I enjoyed. I always felt like I wasn't being adult enough. It wasn't grown up enough. It wasn't the adult thing to do. Real adults don't play. And so I'm left wondering, how much did I unnecessarily age myself? I mean, here I am. I'm 34. I'm in my mid 30s. That's kind of scary, looking back. It's like I almost feel like I wasted those years. I realize now at this point, and it's only been in the last year or so, that really there is nothing wrong with playing. There is nothing wrong with embracing your inner child. As long as you're still doing what you need to do, as long as you're still working, you're taking care of your family, all that, as long as you're taking care of your adult responsibilities, there's nothing wrong with playing. Whether it's playing a sport, whether it's going roller skating at the skating rink. I don't know. That was just some random example, something I used to do as a teen. And it doesn't matter whether it's video games. If it gets you out and it eases your tension, then personally, I don't think it's wrong. I don't. I think we should all be able to do those little things that make us smile. It doesn't matter how immature it may seem. It just, we should be able to do what makes us happy, what makes us feel better without being judged. There was another quote that I saw on Facebook, and silly me, I didn't write it down, so I'm going completely from memory here. We don't stop playing because we're getting older. We get older because we stop playing. Something to that effect. And that's true. I feel like it has aged me. And so my goal is to start playing more. I want to embrace that inner child. I know she's in there somewhere. And so whether it's outside playing with my kids, whether it's walking around playing Pokemon Go, whether it's, whatever other game I, maybe may end up coming out, whatever it is, my goal is to play more. And I think everybody should do that. Maybe then people won't be so uptight. Maybe people would be more relaxed in general. And really, what damage could that do? I think it would be great for society. Anyway, that's about all I've got for this week. As always, if you have any questions, comments, you can leave them down in the comment section below. You can shoot me an email, find me on Facebook, any of that. I like getting questions from you guys. I like getting comments. So yeah, just let me know what you're thinking. If you want any advice from me, I can't say it's necessarily going to be the best advice. But, if you want advice based on my own personal experiences, I'm more than happy to help you out with that. So anyway, Until next time, you guys stay safe. Try to stay happy. Go play. Please go play. And most importantly, always keep fighting. I'll see you guys next week.